colostrum.
Yeah.
You know, that first milk, the antibodies.
Yeah.
Then we put them in pens at 2 days old.
Yeah.
So they come off the mother into here, stay in there so we get them used to drinking out of a bucket.
Yeah.
And then from there, we then transfer them into these bigger pens, and they stay on milk for 10 weeks.
10 weeks.
10 weeks.
Alright, so you give 10 weeks only milk.
Only milk. They get hay,
Yeah.
and they get a cake from about a week old.
Oh yeah,
You get a
So
pellet,
with
yeah. Yeah.
concentrate.
And obviously water.
Alright, okay.
Obviously the youngest ones get cold, put coats on.
Alright, okay.
Just to keep them. We're trying to get a daily live weight gain of 1 kilogram a day.
Yeah.
So we want them to put 1 kilogram of weight on every day.
So do you got any software or something like that to keep the record?
What we do is we measure them,
Yeah.
and that tells us
Yeah, I
how
know
much
the
we're putting
weight.
on.
of
Yeah,
milk.
yeah,
I
that's
know
it,
that.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So
yeah.
so how you are giving the milk? You know, each calf.
In a bucket.
I know each calf. Do you give certain amount of milk?
Yeah. When they first start,
Yeah.
they're on 2.5 litres in the morning, 2.5 litres at night.
Yeah.
Then when they get to 3 weeks old, they go up to 4 litres on a morning and 4 litres at night.
Nice.
And we pasteurise all the calf milk.
Alright, okay.
So we
Yeah.
put the milk in a machine that kills all the bugs
Bugs,
and all the
okay.
calves. They get it's fresh milk, but it gets pasteurised.
Yeah, I
So
know.
we
I know.
pasteurize it.
Alright, okay.
To get the sort of growth that we want, our cows calve at 23 months old.
Alright, okay.
So to get to 23 months old, they've got to be growing quite fast.
Yeah, alright, okay.
Yeah.
So you doing insemination or you doing natural
Artificial insemination.
insemination?
Yeah. What we do is when we put the tag in,
Yeah.
we take a sample of skin, we send it to America, and then they do the genomic testing on it. And then the bull, if the heifer comes back with really good records, we'll use sexed semen. So we know the semen's going to give us a heifer, and we'll use the top bull. So we'll spend maybe 80 or 90 or 100 pound per straw.
So where are you getting that
A company called Genus. They're a breeding company.
company in
Yeah.
UK itself?
Yeah, they're a UK company, but I think they source the semen from all around the world.
Alright, okay.
So we will target, say her genetics come back as very high, when she's 14 months old, she'll get top quality bull semen. If she's not so good, we'll put her to Aberdeen Angus.
Aberdeen Angus?
Aberdeen Angus for beef. We won't,
Oh, yeah,
we
for
won't keep
beef.
her line.
Yeah,
Her
I
line
know,
will
I
be
know.
finished. We'll
Alright.
milk her for the rest of her life, but
Alright.
we'll never take another animal. We're trying to get a very fast genetic improvement.
Alright,
We
okay.
do about 12,000 litres per cow a year at about 4.1 butter fat and 3.2 protein. We're targeting 41 litres of milk a cow per day.
Yeah, that's one of my question, yeah?
Yeah.
So do you have any calculation for the cow, how much food you are giving?
Yeah.
You know, who got 41 liters?
For every litre of milk,
Yeah.
they get 0.4 of a kilogram of feed. So for every
What kind of feed? Solid?
hard feed. I'll show you when we go to the other side.
Alright. 4.1 kilo.
0.4 of a kilo.
0.4 of
0.4 of a kilo for every 1
1
litre of milk.
Alright,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what we sort of work on. But obviously they're getting silage as a mixture, which you can see when we go down the other side.
Alright.
Okay. So once we've weaned them, so again coming to here, this is our wean calf. So these are not getting any milk now.
Yeah.
We're getting hay or hay lick and a hard feed.
So how many months old?
These will be about 11 weeks.
11
so about
weeks.
3-4 months.
3-4 months. So you stop milk. Alright.
All the milk comes off.
Alright. So can I ask you something? When you give like 8 liter milk, is the calf got any diarrhea?
Because we pasteurise the milk, that stops the diarrhea.
Alright, so
Otherwise, it would tend to go through them. Occasionally, we get scour. We call it scour. Occasionally, we do get it, and what we'll tend to do is we'll tend to put them on a rehydration fluid. Tell you what we'll do, he's going to blow straw in. We'll go and look at the robots and then we'll come back this way.
Yeah. This is the new knowledge for me because in our area, the calves are used to die because of diarrhea. We don't know how to give them milk.
Oh, well, I'll show you what we give them. We give them like a rehydration. Yeah. What you've got to be careful is you put them on the rehydration, but you still feed them milk.
Yeah.
Keep them growing.
All right.
We'll go and look at the robots while he blows the straw and then we'll come back this way.
Yeah.
Are you alright? Yeah. We have 3 robots that milk the cows.
Yeah.
And the cows have access to the robots 24 hours a day.
Oh,
They just go and help themselves. They just walk in when they want to get milk. And they get milk about 45 times a day.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what we do only 2 times a day.
Alright,
So
yeah.
our cows produce maximum of 21 or 22 liters.
Oh, well, that's still good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Well,
So robot will make the milk here.
Yeah.
Then where the milk will go.
I'll show you. Yeah.
പിന്നെ
Takes the cows up.
Yeah.
So this pushes the cubicles and we bed it on sawdust. So all the cubicles are on sawdust.
How you are making it?
And we buy it in. It's from chipboard factories.
Oh,
you know, when
right.
they're doing joinery work.
Yeah.
The waste sawdust.
Waste sawdust. Oh,
Yeah.
right.
And it blows it out. So
Yeah.
we put a chemical on to
Yeah.
kill any bugs, and then we put sawdust on to keep the cubicles nice and clean.
Oh, right, okay. നമ്മുടെ നാട്ടിൽ മരപ്പൊടി എന്ന് പറയും. Yeah.
അതൊക്കെ
It's just that machine. It's quite dusty. You don't want to be breathing
Oh.
it in. It's not very nice.
What I don't know.
So this is the pasteurizer.
Yeah.
So we put the calf milk in here,
Yeah.
gets it to a temperature, and it pasteurizes it. And that's what the calves drink.
Oh, right,
So we
okay.
make sure that that's very important for the calf scour. It massively reduces calf scour. But these are quite expensive. You need a lot of calves to justify it.
This is the newest technology we don't have there.
No. It'll
Yes,
come. It'll come.
All right. Do you know how much it gonna cost when a calf grown till cow?
How much it costs? I budget on about £1,500.
1,500, that's it.
That's it. That's from baby birth, from being born, right the way through when it's calves. It's about £1,500.
1,500. It's
Because
not-
I know friends that are selling heifers
Yeah.
for 14, 15, £1,600. They're not making any money, and I don't know why they do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm good.
Yeah. So all the milk comes into these 2 tanks.
Yeah.
These hold up, we sell every other day. So 11,400 litres.
All right.
That's what
okay.
we're selling.
So for how many cows you got?
140.
140.
Yeah. So the milk goes into both tanks. It goes through a cooling system. This is an ice builder.
Yeah.
This is full of ice.
Yeah.
And the milk goes through that and it cools it and takes it down to 3.5 degrees.
Oh,
That's
right.
quite important. When the tanker comes, so that the robots don't stop,
Yeah.
the tanker sucks the milk out, and then while they're washing, it takes about 3/4 of an hour for those to wash, a hot wash. The milk goes into here.
All right.
This is a buffer vessel, and then when they finish, it automatically pumps it out of here into there, and then that gets washed. So,
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
there's one robot in there, then there's 2 in here. So the cow comes in,
Yeah.
it identifies who she is,
Yeah.
it also decides if she's due to be milked, like this one here. What it will do, it's read a number off the pedometer,
Yeah.
it knows who she is, it'll brush her teeth,
All right. Okay.
brushes them twice so that they're nice and clean.
All right.
Then once the brushing is done, the brush will come out the way, then the laser will come on.
Yeah.
It'll see where the teeth are, and then it puts the cups on.
So what is the name of this belt?
That's a pedometer.
Pedometer.
Yeah, and it gets read off a little reader here, so it knows who she is.
All right, okay. That's good thing. So it's gonna record everything automatically, how many liters.
Upstairs on the computer.
All
So
right.
now what it's doing is the laser's on,
Yeah.
and it's finding the cup teeth, and it puts the cups on. As the cup goes on, the vacuum switches on,
Yeah, I
and
know.
that's what sucks it on. Every time she goes in, it adjusts the laser,
Yeah.
so it knows as the udder changes size.
Yeah.
Hi, Jess. All right. Do you want to go and grab 3 times a day?
Yeah.
So this is all the chemicals that go through the washing robots. Teeth spray, the cow gets sprayed after she's finished.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's very important. We get tested on factor scans and cell counts. Factor scans is how clean the milk is, so that's why the brushes do a good job.
Oh,
After
okay.
every cow, the system does a little rinse, puts
Okay.
chemicals through the system, so if that cow's got anything wrong with it, she doesn't pass it to the next cow.
So how we gonna realize that if one cow got mastitis?
Yeah.
So how we gonna realize?
So, well the computer, the robot tells us.
All right, okay.
So what it does, so this box here is a conductivity sensor. So
Alright,
as the milk goes through it, it senses how thick the milk is. When she's got mastitis, or before she's even got mastitis, that senses it, and it'll identify which quarter, and it'll tell the computer upstairs, and then it'll flash up for Jess. And then
Alright.
Jess will do a California milk test. Do you know the California milk
No,
test?
we don't do.
What it is, it's a plate,
Yeah.
just a plastic plate with a mesh on.
Yeah.
You squirt the milk onto it, and then you squirt this chemical on, and it'll tell you if she's got mastitis before she's even showing symptoms.
All
So
right.
then we will either inject her.
Yeah, you inject yourself or doctor?
Yeah, we do it ours. Oh well, but all of us, yeah, me or Jess.
Yeah.
If she's really bad with a thing called E. coli, which can kill them,
Yeah.
we'll inject and we'll tube.
All right.
But we prefer just to inject. We don't do much tubing.
All right.
So then that milk has to stay out, and it
Yeah.
gets dumped into these dump buckets.
All right.
So we know that that milk can't be sold. It gets dumped into here, and then we throw it away.
All right.
Because
So
you're not supposed to feed antibiotic milk to baby calves.
yeah, I know.
That's the pedometers there.
All right, this is the thing.
So we'll clean it up. Jess, there's a little number on it. You
Yeah.
can then reprogram it and put it on another animal.
Animal. All right.
So, but we've had a few different types. That's the old version. They haven't been lasting as long. They're about £100 each.
100 pound each.
Yeah.
All right.
The more modern ones will even take the cow's temperature and tell you. It'll also tell you how much she's eating. So every time she goes to the feed, it'll tell you how much she's eating. But we haven't got the program yet installed on our system, but we will do. Because we haven't got all the cows on those, there's no point. We've still got quite a few of these pedometers left.
So these all we do by seeing symptoms and manually. So there is no computer.
That's it, and it's hard.
Yeah.
It's
So
hard.
we used to do milk by hand.
Oh yes.
Then if the cow got mastic, we can really
You'll feel it.
Feel it. Yeah.
Yeah. For example, when she's finally got the clops, or before she gets the clops?
You know, now after clock.
After clops.
Yeah.
Well, this is sensing it before you've got the
Before
clops,
clops, yeah.
which it's not 100%, but
Yeah,
it's
I know.
very good.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.